On this week's episode of the Crushing Debt Podcast, Thanksgiving tips. So, welcome back to this week's episode of the Crushing Debt Podcast. My name is Shawn Yesner, owner and founder of Yesner Law, and I've got with me, as always, your financial coach, George Corbello. How you doing, George?
Let me just make sure the mic is on, but I'm doing well. Shawn, how you doing? I'm doing good. Family's good. What is it? My oldest is coming back from college, so very happy to see her for the holidays. So that's always good. And then my daughter just did her performance. She was in a school play, Alice by Heart. So she was the Queen of Hearts,
Oh,
and
wow.
she loved the whole. There was one of the roles she wanted, and like a nice, good singing scene, and she was funny and all that good stuff. So I was
How,
very happy as a papa there.
how many hearts is she breaking?
Oh, my friend. Oh, my friend. We will. That's another episode. That's the Valentine Day special there. But no, she definitely is very proud of her. Very talented. Don't want to gas her up, so hopefully, I know she won't listen to the episode
I was
because
going to say, do your kids listen to
come on, come on. They barely listen to me every day. And I can say go listen to a recording. Come on now.
Yeah, unfortunately, my boys don't listen to these episodes either.
They're gonna binge them later. That's how the
Exactly.
kids do it today.
I turn on the episodes and my kids go, yeah, can we listen to, Imagine Dragons or this one or that one or whatever? They have no interest in listening to
We
me.
love
But
it. We love them.
but yeah, we're doing good. So happy Thanksgiving. This episode is coming out on Thanksgiving Thursday. So we hope everybody's having a happy Thanksgiving. You know, it's interesting. This week's been or this month, this year, gosh, where are we? This year has been kind of rough for me, but
Yeah.
I was reflecting on it. I still have stuff to be thankful for. So, I mean, for those that have been listeners for a long time, we're nearly at the end of we're nearly at the 1 year mark since my wife passed. So that was a negative, but
Right.
it's really been a growing experience for me, for the boys. It's
Yeah.
allowed the three of us to get closer as a family. So there has been, you never want to lose a spouse, you
Of
never want to lose
course.
mom,
Yeah.
but we're making the best of it. We're doing family counseling. One of my sons wanted to do individual counseling. I'm doing individual counseling, and we're all doing okay,
You're managing.
relatively speaking.
That's good to hear. I mean, obviously, it's always tough when you lose family like
Y-
that too. So it's just
yeah, and we're as this episode comes out, we'll be in Tallahassee for Thanksgiving. We're actually heading up as we record this. We're heading up tomorrow for Thanksgiving, so we're heading up a little bit earlier than I had planned because I had another death in the family on Monday, so we're heading up to Tallahassee for the funeral this coming Monday, and then we're going to stay for Thanksgiving.
right,
So again, I get to go through estate plans and I get to go through wills and I get to go through life insurance policies and I get to go through all that stuff.
right,
But,
right.
overall, the year's almost over. I think I'm thankful for that.
Thankful for that at least, right?
This
Okay.
this train wreck of a year is almost over. A lot of good has happened to me in the last year as well. So I don't want to lose sight of that. Despite all the downs, there have been a lot of highs.
Right.
So I am thankful to make it another year.
Well, let me ask this. I know we got some busy work to get through as part of the episode, but um, how have you managed a lot of that? When you talk about it's easy to get consumed in a lot of the negative from that standpoint, but what are some of the things that you've been able to do to really keep you positive and moving forward?
Part of it really, and this goes all the way back to when my wife was first diagnosed. I was having a conversation with a buddy of mine on my son's soccer team, one of the dads of my son's soccer team, and he said to me, "Dude, I don't know how,
Yeah.
I don't know how you're doing it."
No, it.
I mean, my
I'm
my
looking at you right now. I'm saying the same thing.
my response was, "What am I going to do? Curl up in a ball and cry?" I mean,
That
that's
that
just not
that
my
isn't
style.
that is an option,
But that's just not my style. So, I focus. I'm very tied to my calendar. So,
Right.
I need to. I've got my system for how I make sure I'm setting goals and hitting goals and
Yeah.
tracking things that I need to do. We've created new systems here in the office to track tasks and projects and all that kind of stuff.
Sure. Sure.
But mostly it's just moving forward. I know when soccer's scheduled. I know when Cub Scouts is scheduled. I know when I have to leave work so I can get home so I can pick up the boys when I
Sure.
when I get to work in the morning. Working remote has helped. I mean, over the last year, I have gone completely remote. Now we're recording in the office right now, but when I'm done, I pack up my laptop, I take it home. I could run the law firm from home just as easy as I can run it from the office. I can run the law firm from Tallahassee just as easy
Right.
as I can run it from the office. So it's just, for me, it was more a function of I've got to keep moving forward because I've got to keep food on the table for the
Sure.
kids. I've got to keep the mortgage paid for the kids.
Right.
And so that was really my motivation, just one foot in front of the other,
Totally have.
one day at a time.
God bless you, brother. I mean, I know it can be very difficult, and a lot of people in your shoes. You're right. The option would be to just, kind of curl up and just, mourn and those kind
I
of
mean,
things. So,
I'm not saying it was easy,
oh no, well, it's a good point that you want to make as well.
but
It's because you make it look easy from that
well,
standpoint, but I'd imagine there are times I'd imagine where you gotta
you know what helps
reflect.
me make it look
Oh,
easy?
my friend, tell me what it
The
is.
focus. The focus I have on getting through the day, the focus I have on knocking out emails, knocking out projects. And you know where I get that focus from?
Well, I'm gonna imagine it's got to be something really, really good.
It is really, really good. It's really, really tasty. It's that little green bottle of Magic Mind.
Nice.
I literally do. I mean, even this week, dealing with, I'll say it was my dad who passed away. Dealing with him passing away, I have literally taken a Magic Mind every single day, and yeah, it helps me focus, and it kind of brings me back to when my wife died. There's all this focus on we got to get to the funeral home, we got to
Right.
get the obituary out, we got to make the is he going to be cremated or buried? We got to make all those plans. We got to invite people to the funeral. We've got to find the life insurance policies. We've got to find the
Right.
wills.
Right.
We've got to find this. We've got to find that. Um, Magic Mind, honestly, realistically, I'm not just saying this because of our relationship with Magic Mind. I
Hmm.
really feel like that Magic Mind shot in the morning has kept me focused to get done what I need to get done so that I can get home, take care of the boys, get packed up, help my mom through all this, help my sister through all of this. The Magic Mind has really, really honestly helped me focus on all that stuff, and it still tastes good.
Right.
And it's been a great support system for me.
That's good. I mean, for me, my wife and I are definitely big fans. We wake up early in the morning each morning because we got to get the kids to school. We got to get, the day started. So having probably after that, like everybody gets dropped off, you get back and go, okay, now we got to actually start work, start the day. Having that shot, because again, I don't drink coffee, so I need something that is a pick me up. And I use that shot itself to really kind of like, okay, I have the energy, I have the clarity, and now I can kind of do what I need to do to get through the day itself. So
Well,
for
that's one
me,
of the greatest things about Magic Mind is I do drink coffee and I can drink my Magic Mind shot with or right after my coffee, and it doesn't cause any increase in,
nice.
I don't feel like I'm, extra wired or anything like that. So,
There you go.
today's episode is coming out on Thanksgiving, and Thanksgiving is Black Friday, and Magic Mind is holding a Black Friday special. So it's a different code, but it's magicmind.com/CDBF. Crushing Debt Black Friday,
Okay,
CDBF. And if you use that, now you know the old promo code was how much?
it's 20%.
20%.
I like it.
But if you
Ooh, I was paying
use,
attention.
if you,
Okay.
yeah, good, thank you. If you use CDBF, that's 50% off
Oh,
your first order.
take it.
Now, listen, it's only this week and next week. I think the 50% off deal, the CDBF code is only good through December 6th, I think, is the
Yes.
Friday. So if you're listening to this episode after December 6th of 2024, you cannot get 50% off. But if you listen to this episode the day that it comes out, if you listen to it the week after it comes out, go to magicmind.com/CDBF and that'll get you 50% off your first order. So thank you,
Love it.
Magic Mind, for being a friend and a sponsor of the show. So,
And we started the reflection part, in
yeah,
regards to the, from a, what the past year has been personally. And again, for me, I'll give you, for me, I'm grateful and thankful. we had our first, the house,
Right.
so we were to move in early this year, even though it's amazing. It's already been, like, it's already 10 months, going to be 11 months in this new home. So we're so happy and grateful for that. Um, I'm a little worried about, of course, the increased taxes. That'll be planning for next year.
Yeah.
So, but happy for that. We survived how many storms in Florida? It's like
Three, two, three, two,
two major
two
hurricanes, and
majors.
obviously then some tropical storms and things like that. And yes, I'm grateful that we didn't get another one in November. So I was very happy about that.
Although we have it is gorgeous outside right now.
Yes, it's
It's in the high
60s.
60s, low
Woo.
70s. It is gorgeous. Now, my understanding is while I'm in Tallahassee, we'll be back. Tallahassee will be mid 70s in the day and like low 60s at night. So
Oh,
it might still be a little hot, but
you are terrible, because I feel like I have friends in Minnesota who are telling you like minus, 11 right now. So they're like, screw you, bro.
I couldn't deal with minus anything.
So very happy about that. Family wise, my daughter's third year college, my junior in high school for my youngest. We've had some plays. We've had some ups regarding some of the things that they needed to do. Very, very proud of them. My wife and I made 23 years, so very happy about that.
Very nice.
So just, little things like that. Health wise, I'm hoping, knock on wood, that, my doctor keeps telling me lose weight and, just, keep yourself in shape. So I've been, managing through that. And I'd say I'm not very good at it, but, definitely managing through that. So very happy from a personal standpoint. My sister, up in New York, she's doing really well. My mom's still kicking. She's like 74, but she's been dealing with Alzheimer's for many years now.
Oh,
So
wow.
definitely just happy that she's around, but obviously managing and dealing with those kind of things as well.
Yeah. And we're like I said earlier, we're doing okay. The boys are doing good.
Yeah,
We soccer started, Cub Scouts has started. I did I did throw out my back trying to because I had to we have that 10-person tent. And now that my younger son is going from Cub Scouts to Boy Scouts, they're making him camp more with his friends because that's what he's going to do when he gets to Boy Scouts.
yeah.
So what that means is I've got this 10-person tent at the campgrounds all to myself. And so I only need about a third of it. And so but I had to put the thing up, then I had to take it down. Then it was covered in dew the Sunday morning that I had to take it down. So I had
Mm,
to set it up at the house. But then I set it up at the house to dry, but then Sunday night and Monday night it rained at night before I could take it down. So then the storm was potentially coming. So I
right.
took it down so to avoid it getting more wet in the storm or blowing away during the storm. Then the weekend I had to set it up. I had to set it up again. I had to let it dry off, and then I had to take it down again. I threw my back out last week,
I think I would too.
so so I ended up going
Use your
to
knees.
yeah. I went to Walmart and I bought a 4-person tent.
There you go.
So that is probably big enough to fit my queen size air mattress, and
Hmm.
that's it. So the next time we go to a Cub Scout camp out,
That'd be easier.
I'll be camping by myself.
There you go.
But soccer's going well, Cub Scouts is going well. But I just today as we record this was the Great American Teach-In. So it was funny. I got to school and my younger son's teacher said, "So do you want to introduce your dad?" And he looks up at me and he goes, "This is my dad."
Yay!
I'm like, thanks for that amazing introduction. So
Well, they got to learn
yeah,
to get their 30-second speech about dad. So,
there you go.
work on it. You got to work on it on the weekends.
So, but we had a lot. Looking back on this year, we had a lot of good that happened. We took that spring break vacation,
Yeah,
just the three of us. We had a vacation to Disney World that was a ton of fun. The boys, Tyler's bar mitzvah was
yeah,
a huge, fantastic event this year. It was the last time I saw my dad. It was a month ago when he was here for the bar mitzvah. So we all got to see him. The entire family got to see him one last time at my
right.
son's bar mitzvah. So all in all, I know that 2024 definitely had its low moments.
Yeah,
The lows were lower than they've been in years past, but overall,
still moving forward and stuff.
still moving forward. 2024 was a good year. I
Good,
think
good.
2024 will end up being a good year. We made it through both storms,
Right.
so
Well, we're
So
crushing
that,
debt here itself. Any financial wins, personal and business? How are we doing there?
yeah, I got a little bit closer. So I'm doing okay. I'm not at the point where I need to file bankruptcy.
You don't need to
But
ever.
I've got a little bit more debt than I care to carry.
Okay,
But I got a huge chunk of the way closer to becoming totally debt free.
nice.
I was able to pay off one of my cards and keep it at zero. So that was a big financial win. Brought on three new people at the law firm, so that was good. Gave myself a raise. The law firm gave me a raise,
Very nice.
so that was good. So yeah, financially, things are going well. How about
Excellent.
you?
Financial wins, still working through building emergency funds at the levels we need to. Obviously, always there's debt, so we're always managing through the debt as well as the mortgage. So obviously, would love to have no mortgage
Right.
in the next 15 to 20 years. So that's some of the goals that we've set for ourselves. I did some things like uh, was it 401k
Mm-hmm.
rollovers and things like that. So, definitely now in a lot more control. And I've seen some really nice growth there as well from an investment standpoint. And I opened, again, if you haven't done it, like I've opened up a custodial, like a Roth IRA or kind of like a retirement account for my youngest.
Oh, cool.
So, we always preach, oh, get early, half time in your favor, blah, blah, blah. So we're starting to do that for my youngest as well. And of course, since my 21-year-old is 21, I need to encourage, hey, it's a good idea that we start working on your investment for the future. So we'll work on that in December. But, some of those kind of little financial goals to get everybody moving forward, not just, myself and my wife, but also the kids as well, get them
You,
ready.
you know what I would also suggest, especially for the 21-year-old. Now is probably the time when she may want to start looking at life insurance.
Okay,
I mean, it's not something a 21-year-old wants to think about,
sure.
but at the same time, number one, my dad always used to tell me, you get life insurance when you're healthy. Because
True.
if something were to happen, if she were like, now I'm diabetic.
Yeah,
No one's going to insure me.
yeah.
No one's going to give me a life insurance policy. But she's got, I assume, no
No
health
issue. Yeah,
issues.
yeah.
So now,
She's a little weird, but
well, yeah, I mean
that's her father.
that comes from you. But now's the time when she's healthy
Sure.
to get health insurance, and then to even pair it with like a not a term policy, but like a whole life policy that
Got
she
it.
can turn into an investment account. She can invest in it in life insurance rather than just buying a term policy. But now would be the time to do
Yeah,
it
do it
because
healthy. Yeah.
she's healthy. Get as much as you can when you're healthy.
That totally makes sense. And again, these are just different tools to be able to help them kind of build that wealth, for themselves as they get older as well. So love the idea, and I'll definitely look to continue to kind of branch out and invest in them, even though
In
they don't
them,
think we do. Right, these are the little things I want to set them up so that they are financially when it comes to their when they start to get adulting.
adulting. So what kind of Thanksgiving dinners do you do?
So love the fried turkey.
Yeah.
I'm not into the roasted turkey. I'm not a big turkey fan, first of all. Like but fried turkey is probably if there was a first choice. But we're a Latin family, so it's all roasted pork. It's paneer and and rice. Those are the things. So we're gonna be doing a lot of that. Not traveling to see family. I think we're gonna try to do that for the holidays, for more Christmas to see go visit like Bomb and everybody in New York. That's kind of the game plan. It's still a working plan. I guess if hopefully they're not listening to but hopefully they are listening. You're supposed to be liking and subscribing. What's
There
wrong
you
with
go.
you
Yeah.
people? But yeah, I think we're going to be more focused on traveling for December and seeing family that way. But Thanksgiving, I think we're just going to be home, enjoy maybe hopefully some pool weather and just relax a little bit.
Pool weather.
Isn't that amazing?
Once it gets into the 60s, the pool is closed for me.
Really?
Do you have a heated pool?
No, no, I don't mind freezing a little bit. It's come
Oh,
on, your body will acclimate a
no
little.
way. No, no way. We normally do. I don't know what's going to happen at Thanksgiving this year. I think we're going to do the traditional turkey. We do a fried turkey. I don't know if we're going to do one this year. I think we're doing all the normal sides.
Yeah, your cranberries and
Yeah,
what's the
stuffing.
stuffing? Yeah, yeah.
My mom's mom had a stuffing recipe that we make every year
Oh,
that's
nice.
delicious, so we'll do that. we'll probably do some kind of potato or sweet potato, probably some kind of mac and cheese,
Nice.
maybe some kind of green bean casserole,
Mm.
um, some other kind of vegetable casserole.
Well, you got to put some veggie in there.
We got to
There's a
put
lot of
some
carbs
green.
there.
We got to put some green into our belly
A lot
over
of diabetics
Thanksgiving.
there, like
Yeah,
with the carbs. You
exactly,
got to be careful there, bud.
exactly. And probably also doing a lot of rum and ginger ales as
Well, there
well.
you got to wash it down with
So
something.
yeah. So how? What do you think? What do you think is the best way to try to save some money during this time?
So a lot of times, obviously, getting everybody to travel to one location, if you're gonna, have that, if it can be local where you drive, gas is, still cheaper than flying.
Hmm.
Obviously, if you haven't planned for Thanksgiving travels at this point, you're probably, any last minute flights are going to be
Yeah, you're
expensive.
probably
So
driving at this
you're
point
probably
if you haven't
driving at
planned
this
for it.
point. Exactly. So that's probably, a few ways to save. At this point, if it's Thanksgiving, it's really more planning for, the holidays,
Yeah,
Christmas, that kind of thing as well. So it's more of, where you can get the best, planning from a tickets or anything like that. Um, if you're going to have family, potlucks are always, so you don't have to kind of
it's
do it all at once. You're
was
the
it
responsible one.
many hands make light
Yeah,
work or something like that?
exactly. Obviously, bring your own beer.
Yeah, BYOB.
So bring your own booze could also help with a lot of those kind of things. But I mean, remember too, it doesn't necessarily you have to make so much food. There's always that, you always have. It's good to have
I
leftovers,
love
but
leftovers,
yeah, that
but you're right. You don't
you know,
have to have
like, do you
leftovers.
need leftovers for 7 days? Really? Like, are we in that kind of category? I'm okay if there's leftovers, maybe Friday and Saturday at
Right,
most. We don't want to make too much where there's waste. So
right.
that's the one thing that I would say save, plan accordingly and save where you can kind of
So
do enough.
the reason that we're going to Tallahassee this year is because whenever the Florida State game is in Tallahassee, we go up there.
Sure.
When the game is in Gainesville, my family comes to me. So my family will probably be coming down next year. But my sister calls me and says, "Hey, I can get us into the box for $50 for the
Nice.
Florida State game." And I went, "Sweet, they're going to give us tickets and pay us $50 to go to this game."
Yeah, they're not very good, I hear.
They're doing terrible this year.
They're like, please come to the game.
We'll give you $50 for coming to the game. So no, I think I'm gonna have to pay $50 to go to this game, but it'll be in the box, so we'll have
You have nice seats.
food and drink
Yes.
and air conditioned or heated,
Right.
depending on what the weather is. So yeah, we're gonna have some
Yeah,
fun.
and that's obviously food and football is usually what you're
Yeah,
doing through. Obviously, the one thing, stay away from your Black Friday. Black Friday is now just not one day. It used to be creeping into Thursday, maybe Cyber Monday. Now it's like a whole week,
yeah,
month.
I'm longer than
I
that. I
feel
think
like it's been Black
it's
Friday deals for such a long time at this point.
yeah.
Take advantage if you've saved some money, put some money aside for gifts. Obviously, it's a great way to save some money when it comes to that. But be careful on the impulse buys. That's the one thing
Be
you think it's
careful.
like it's a great deal, and it's like really
Yeah,
just be
don't just
careful.
buy it because it's a great deal. Buy it because it's something you'll use or something
Correct.
that someone wants as a gift
Yeah.
or something. Or if it's Magic Mind,
Yeah.
then
Well,
spend the money
that
on it.
makes sense. There you go.
But other than that, make sure it's something you really need, something you're going to use. I mean, I was making breakfast this morning, thinking to myself, this is probably going to be one of our last breakfasts in the house until we're
Hmm.
back from Thanksgiving.
Right.
And so I was like, cool, I get to finish the last of the watermelon, I get to finish the last of the eggs, I get to finish the last of the lunch meats, the last of the rolls for breakfast. Just getting all that stuff out of the fridge so that it doesn't go bad while we're gone.
Yeah, that's true.
That made me feel like I was doing something right. I was buying the right amount of groceries because we used them all up before we left.
If the fridge is empty, that's a good thing. It's again, there's no wastefulness when it
Right.
comes to the food, so
Well, if
that's
the
good.
fridge is empty, that's not necessarily a good thing. But
Well,
if
in this case,
it's empty because you planned on what you were going
well,
to eat and you ate everything
I'm
that you
giving you
planned
the
you were going to
credit
eat.
already,
Yeah, I know. There you
buddy.
go. So,
I hear you, buddy. So no, it's so that those are some of the things to keep in mind. Obviously, it's you can get sucked into the holidays and the Black Friday and spend money and be ready for for the I guess Christmas, Hanukkah, anything of those kind of holidays that are coming up. So just keep that in mind. It's like spend where you need.
right.
Let's not kind of work on your impulse and get
I
yourself into trouble.
I actually have to double check I don't recall, but I know that Hanukkah, either the first day or the first night, is Christmas.
Yeah,
Is
I
the
thought it
25th.
was. Yeah, I thought it was kind of they're lining up.
If the first day is Christmas, then the first night is Christmas Eve. If the first night is Christmas, then the first day would be the
The first day.
26th, would be Boxing Day.
There you go.
So,
Well,
uh,
we can celebrate Christmaka. That's fine.
Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa. So, I don't know.
Yeah,
Anything
any
else?
reflections, my friend, or is it just I mean, obviously, we'll talk in a future episode about what are we planning for in the new year. So
Yeah.
we've had some really good things happen from a business standpoint, from a personal standpoint.
Well,
Um,
and I know, especially after going through what happened with my father, I think I'm gonna recommit. I know one of my goals in 2025 is to recommit. My diabetes is under control.
yeah,
It's yeah, I still am not taking insulin.
good.
We're still monitoring my A1C, but gosh, I'd love to get off the diabetes pills.
There you
I
go.
would love to get off those pills. Love to get off the blood pressure pills, especially. I mean, that's what ended up taking my dad, what ended up taking my grandfather, what
Right.
ended up taking my grandmother, what ended up taking my grandfather's brother.
So your doctor's probably told you, hey,
The the
buddy.
the warranty on the Yesner tickers definitely needs to be an extended warranty
Well, there you
on the
go.
Yesner tickers. But
Put it on a line item trainer.
there you go.
Someone who it's not just the program itself. You might need someone who can hold you accountable to it.
But definitely getting more healthy
Good.
in 2025 is going to be top of the list for some of my goals. But yeah, no, other than that, financial wins, financial milestones. We ended up paying off the air conditioning unit. We ended up
Nice.
paying off the dining room table. So again, all of that. And I used I forget, snowball, avalanche, whichever one it was. When I got done paying off the dining room table, I took the money that normally would have gone to the dining room table and threw it at the air conditioning unit.
There you go.
Then
Snowball.
when I was done with the air conditioning unit, I took all that money and I took it, threw it at one of the credit cards
Wait a
and
minute.
got
So
that down to zero.
program
So
worked. Wow,
it
that's
actually works.
holy moly. Yeah.
I
Well,
don't
there you
want
go.
I don't want to give the guy credit, but his programs work.
Well, hey, a program worked for you, so that's it, and you applied it.
That
That's the
that
idea.
was
Is
the
that
trick. I
you
applied
did
it.
it, so that's good.
So
So it is possible, guys. These for me again, it's you're absolutely right. I always use the snowball kind of method itself to keep going through. This year, it's been saving money for down payments for homes. Getting all that completed. And then payments for some of the other stuff as well. So it's okay. So what we'll do though is continue for me again some of the goals. We had some good stuff for the business and some of those goals, and for me it's always what can we do more. So that we'll talk more about that in the future episodes.
yeah.
No biggie.
In the meantime, thank you again to Magic Mind. Again, they are running a Black Friday promo this week. If you're listening to this episode the week it comes out, next week it'll be available for one more day. But if you're listening to this episode prior to December 6th of 2024, you want to go to magicmind.com/CDBF. That'll give you your Black Friday 50% off discount. Also, if you want to support us, you can go to the Patreon page, patreon.com/crushing debt. You can support us there. And always, as always, thank you to our friend, our sponsor, Sam Cohen, who does attorneys and title companies, malpractice coverage, E&O coverage. Thank you again, Sam Cohen and Attorneys First. You can contact him, Sam, at attorneysfirst.com. I think that is about it.
We are thankful.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving, buddy.
Send some comments through the socials. Obviously, support us where we can, and just but again, just let us know how what are you thankful for, and what's keeping you motivated each day.
Right.
That's always I love to hear that too.
Okay, well, we will catch you in next week's episode of the Crushing Debt Podcast. In the meantime, we hope you have more money at the end of the month rather than month at the end of the money. Everybody have a happy Thanksgiving, and we will talk to you next week.